In the aftermath, KB, Elo, and Daysav were all pronounced dead at the scene. KB was just 22 years old, and Elo and Daysav were just 18 years old. Jay, who was 17 at the time, was taken to the hospital and ultimately survived.
That's why this nigga got charged with the bodies, folks, because he was the only one that lived. We done did the reaction on the rappers that died on drills. One of them rappers was Big Bucks Elo. We finna get into the background on how that shit actually formed, how that shit actually happened on phone, and we finna get down to the indie, you feel me, into the roots of the shit on phone and grade.
Louis is a crazy city. Similar to Chicago, Philadelphia, and New Orleans, murder is commonplace there. According to CBS News, St. Louis is the second most dangerous city in America. It seems like whenever a rapper starts to build a name and rise up from out of that city, their life is cut short. In today's video, we'll be telling the story of two rising St. Louis rappers that ran into each other one day, leading to a crazy incident that cost both of them their lives. Big Bucks Elo, real name Elijah McKinney, was from St. Louis, Missouri. He was a member of a gang called Big Bucks. Big Bucks primarily consists of 6 Deuce Crips, and they reside on Solway Avenue in North St. Louis. Elo was known for allegedly being a top shooter in his crew and was thirsty to go after his opposition. St. Louis, similar to many cities with heavy gang activity, contained many gang members that also rapped. Elo was a drill rapper, and his songs primarily served as disses to his ops and describing his life in the streets. One of Big Buck's main ops is another crew called The Six. One member from The Six would have his story intertwined with Elo. That rapper was named KB6. KB6, real name Malik Taylor, was a beloved rapper and member of The Six. The Six primarily consists of Rolling 60 Crips, and they reside on Floyd Avenue in the Walnut Park neighborhood on the north side of St. Louis. The Six and Big Bucks have a deadly feud that's been going on for years, and this feud would cause Elo and KB to cross paths one day, leading to a deadly shootout that would change the St. Louis drill scene forever.
To get to that breaking news we are covering for you in North St. Louis. Police telling us several people have been shot and 3 of them have died. This happened just before 2 o'clock this afternoon in the Walnut Park West neighborhood. News 4's Venton Blandon live for us at the scene. Vinny with the latest.
No offense, my baby, no offense, but you ugly as shit.
Claire, I want to tell you, the scene is clear. We're in the 5500 block of Floyd. This is in the area of West Florissant. You're a good fellow. I want to explain we're going to stay right here because the scene is not secure. We have 2 crowds here. They're shouting, they're fighting. We're not sure what's going on. But back to what happened here. It was just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. St. Louis police tell us 4 people were shot. Now, at this time, a major with the police department homicide investigations unit is telling us 3 people are dead. All 3 of those people are men, and we understand, according to that major, 2 people were found outside of a car dead. Another person was found inside a car dead.
Shortly before tragedy would strike, Elo released a song called Big Buck's Anthem, in which he dissed numerous ops throughout the city of St. Louis. He dissed the Six in that song and would soon run into their most prominent member.
One last bang out that dissed the whole fucking state of where they live, and then it just be some fucked up shit that happened to them. Like all of a sudden, like nobody seen this coming.
On July 29th, 2020, Elo, his friend named Daysav, real name Dejan Nearing, and another friend named J2Z, real name Joshua Emerson, were in a stolen car riding through the 5500 block of Floyd Avenue at about 1:40 p.m. Elo was the driver, Daysav was in the front passenger seat, and Jay was in the back. As they were driving, they spotted KB. Upon spotting him, they opened fire, shooting him multiple times. Members of the Six were in the area and started shooting back at Elo and his crew, leading to a full-blown shootout. People who lived nearby told police they heard non-stop gunshots. During this shootout,
I didn't know the first time that they came and slid on KB6. So how did they even, you feel me? How did they even know who that was for real? If they said they just crossed paths on folks and they what? And then his homies just happened to be right. The KB6 homies just happened to be right around the corner in front of him, and they shot the car up. Damn, that shit crazy.
Though Sav, and Jay were all shot repeatedly. In the aftermath, KB, Elo, and Sav were all pronounced dead at the scene. KB was just 22 years old, and Elo and Sav were just 18 years old. Jay, who was 17 at the time, was taken to the hospital and ultimately survived.
That's why this nigga got charged with the bodies, folks, because he was the only one that lived, and he was the one on the hit. Like, he the one who slid with them on KB.
His injuries. The killers of Elo and Sav weren't charged, most likely due to self-defense. Jay was actually the one charged with all 3 murders.
Damn.
He was officially charged with 1 count of first-degree murder for the death of KB and 2 counts of second-degree murder for the deaths of Elo and Sav. Missouri law allows prosecutors to file murder charges if someone dies during the commission of a felony, even if the defendant did not directly cause the death. After 3 years, those charges were ultimately dismissed without prejudice, meaning that they could possibly be filed again at a later date. The reason Jay's charges were dropped is because all of the possible witnesses refused to respond and show up to court. In one crazy scenario, 3 people, including 2 rising rappers, were dead, just like that, over senseless beef. Pray for the city of St. Louis. Let me know what you guys think about the city.
Man, that shit fool as hell. That shit ain't worth it. You feel me? That shit not worth the game. That's all I can say.